Hacketson, and welcome back to the trading channel. One thing that you want to get in the habit of doing is going over your trades either at the end of the day or at the end of the week. Now, the good thing about the rules that I'm currently going by, which is one trade a day, it just means that you haven't got that much to analyze. I remember back in the day, I say back in the day, I mean like a couple of years ago when I first got into trading. Basically, when you first learn price action, okay, I learned from Tom Hugard and Al Brooks. You learn price action, and what that does is it then showcases you how many signals there are. So it's just, oh, that's a signal. Oh, that's also a signal. That's a signal. And the problem is with price action, if you don't, eventually you have to narrow it down to something that you specifically like. Because at first, you see so many signals, it causes you to overtrade. You put a trade on every fucking 5 minutes. So when I first started, honestly, I'm not even exaggerating, there have been days where I put like 30, 40 trades on. Just scalping the fuck out of it, right? Just stressed, mate. And then you've got to try and then analyse them trades at the end of the day, and it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So now I've implemented the rule of one trade per day, win or lose. I can take another trade if it becomes break even. Okay, so it's good to figure out what you did right and what you did wrong, what you could do better, etc. It just helps you learn from your own mistakes and learn from what you did good, so you can continue to do it. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so the prop firm I'm using is My Funded Futures. We have a 50k starter plus account. I need to make $3 profit. I only have $150 profit at the moment. So baby steps, I'm easing myself into it because I haven't traded in months. And I'm just taking it slowly, building up a buffer, and then I can increase my risk profile. So as you can see, I only took 3 trades last week. Yeah? Done. Didn't trade them 2 days. Done. Win, loss, win. I might be able to remember them. Let's have a look though. Oh, it's highlighted. So we're good. I mean, I already analysed it on the stream, not the stream, on the recording. Very straightforward. I mean, for me, this was an ideal. This is my ideal day of trading. I prefer range-bound days. Okay, I like a range-bound day that creates nice support and resistance, and then we're looking for liquidity sweeps within that support and resistance. So for example, this is all pre-market, 8 AM onwards. The market opened around here. Okay, so as you can see, I can even extend this support and resistance bar. You can use boxes. I like to use lines. You see all these price points here? This is what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be exactly, it's just around that price. Honouring that price level here. Okay, breaks the price level. Comes back, honours it again. Breaks it, comes back, honours it again. And then what we've done here is we're creating this really nice support and resistance line. We've got support that meets up with resistance. I like to see that. It's very satisfying for me. We had 2 opportunities here. This one I didn't take because I wasn't trading. But this is the one I did take. Okay. The only downside with my strategy is the risk can be quite large. Yeah. Because ideally, you want... This is the bar. I bought the break of this candle here and closed it around here. Right. Ideally, you want your stop loss to be underneath the low of this bar, right? Because the amount of times I've seen it just, come to about here and then reverse. It's just worth it. Then if you put a really tight stop loss, you get stopped out and it reverses back up. You're just going to feel like a mug. So that's subjective. It's personal preference. So basically I'm happy with this completely. So the reason I'm happy with this is because we've got really nice clean support and resistance. And then also we have a liquidity sweep. It came down. It broke the lows of all of this here. This. It made a new low. And then it said, fuck that. Reversed. It closed on its highs above the price point. And then shot up. So for me, that's a 10 out of 10 setup. Not 10 out. Well, it would be 10 out of 10 if there was less risk, but it's a very clean setup. I took the trade, executed the trade, I won the trade, and I'm happy with it. Let's move on to the next one. The next trade was a loss, and it was on the 10th. The thing is, when you make such little trades, it doesn't take a lot of effort to remember the trades you took. It makes the analysis really, this is going to take me a few minutes. It's beautiful. Okay, let's find it. Where is it? It was here, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm trading the same way every time. There's nothing going to be different here. We have really nice ranges here, creating really very nice support and resistance. Okay, so we've got resistance here. It breaks out, comes back down, and then uses the old resistance as new support. See how perfect that is? To me, that's very satisfying. I love seeing that, right? Here. Very clean, very nice. Also, on top of that, we're creating new resistance. Also very clean. We break out of this resistance here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. It comes back to that old resistance, creating new support. Now, in hindsight, thinking about it now, it's not a good trade, and I shouldn't have taken it. Potentially. See, I'll tell you where I bought. I bought break of this candle here. This green candle here. I bought the break of that. Or was it the break of the one next to it? I can't remember. But I bought around here. Oh, fuck you. I bought around here. I went long here. Okay. I was in about, as you can see, about 15 points profit. I held on, which is fine. And it came back down to that price point and I got stopped out. Because as it had gone up to here, I bought my stop loss right up to about here and I lost about 10 points in profit. So I reduced my risk by bringing up my stop loss, which is good. You've got to protect your capital. I took the L, moved on, didn't trade for the rest of the day. Anyway, so the problem that I'm seeing with this trade is it's very clean, very nice, except, as you know, I'm looking for these reversal candles, except it wasn't a liquidity sweep. I like to add a liquidity sweep alongside support and resistance. As you can see, it would have been a 10 out of 10 trade if the candle came down to here, reversed, closed above the price line. Instead, we're just getting these wicks, which is still honouring the support. But a 10 out of 10 trade for me is when it breaks that. Because as you can see, what's it done here? I missed out. Yeah? I missed out. I became the liquidity. Because what did it do? It came up. What do you think this is here? This is a liquidity sweep. What that means is, in the most basic terms, is there's lots of orders resting here. They could be stop losses, they could be sell orders, they could be buy orders. Comes up, it comes all the way down, breaks that price point, nicks all the orders, and it shoots back up. So this is what I obviously wanted to happen, but I got in too early. And anyway, I wouldn't have got in here anyway because I don't like the look of the candle formation. So anyway, in hindsight, the trade wasn't good enough to take and I shouldn't have taken it. And then we move on. I hope that makes sense. If I sound like I'm rambling, I'm not used to teaching this stuff. I'm used to just doing it myself. And it's like, it makes sense in my head. Trying to teach it to you might sound dumb. But my strategy, as you can see, is very simple. Anyway, we've got one more trade to check. Let's double check what that was. That was on the Friday. And here it was. Same thing, lads. Nothing's changing. Keeping it super simple. Support, support, break support, resistance, resistance. Yeah, it lines up. We've got a double top. Okay, comes back up. It breaks that resistance and old support. Boom, boom. So now what we do is we start to plan. We think to ourselves, when the price up here, we start to think to ourselves, well, if it comes back down here, I'm going to be looking for a signal because that's my strategy, right? So what's it done? Support, resistance, it breaks that price level, reverses back up and closes either on that price level or above it. Liquidity sweep slash support and resistance. Now, in an ideal world, this candle here would be green. Okay, if it closed just a little bit higher, it'd be green, and then it would be a 10 out of 10 trade. But the trade is still clean, and also I was monitoring the 10-minute chart, this one, which closed positive. Now, anyway, because it closed negative, what I did is I waited for the price to break out before I put my buy order in. So it broke out here. I could see that there was buyers stepping in. So then I put my buy order in here, like there. And then I waited for the price to briefly pull back, hit my stop, my buy, my long, just nipped it, boom. And I took about between 15 and 20 points around here. Yeah, that's it, lads. I don't really know what else to say. Now, like in my head, I knew the price was going to be coming back up to here. I even said it on the video, and it did. But I would have had to endure this, come up to here, and then start to drop, and I'm thinking, shit, yeah, it's not working out. Look how heavy that is. And potentially, I would have moved my stop loss to break even here, and I would have got stopped out. So I took my profits, and I cracked on. It was a relatively stress-free trade. There wasn't really any drawdown. And I'm a happy buddy. 3 trades, 2 wins, 1 loss. One of them I shouldn't have, wasn't a 10 out of 10. I shouldn't really have taken it. Well, it wasn't perfect. It didn't have liquidity sweep alongside the support and resistance. I'm looking for them 2 factors. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm doing this for myself, analysing my trades. I'm also, might as well show you lot. You might learn something. Who knows? Alright, I'm going to go now. Hopefully I see you tomorrow if we find any trades. And have a good evening. I'll see you later.